Hi there, I'm Nick Seiler. Now let me just ask you a quick question. Have you got a business that's going really well, but unfortunately you're so flat out that all you seem to do is just work all the time and literally have never a second to spend with your family or your friends? Well, let me tell you, if this is you, I can guarantee you that you're not alone. In this episode, I want to be talking about how you can manage your business and your family together. Now, I want to kind of dispel some myths. One of the myths is, well, you can't have a business and have a family at the same time. You need to choose either or. You need to work with the business or you need to work with the family. And the truth of the matter is, that isn't true at all. It's just the model that you've got at the moment may just be that way set up. The truth of the matter is, you can have what's called a life-work integration, a family business integration. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to have family members working for you, or it doesn't mean that you have to run the business from home with the family. It actually means that you can have the best of both worlds. Now, how do you do that? Well, we're going to get to that in a second. What I want to share with you is, first of all, it's about shifting your approach to how you want to tackle the solution. Because if you keep on doing it the same way that you've always done it, well, guess what? You're pretty much going to get the same outcome as you've always had. Now, if you're somebody that's absolutely passionate about business, just like I am, but really passionate about your family, just like I am, it makes sense that you take time out to spend with both things. Because you can't always hang out with the family and not do your business. You know, that's a surefire way to go broke. And you can't always hang out in the business and not hang out with the family. That's a sure way, approach to maybe being alone by yourself, right? So I like to think about it that there's an integration opportunity for the both, and let me explain. So first of all, I think you really got to understand what is your priority and where is that priority within your everyday approach to the business. And let me give you an example. Usually most business owners are working sort of 5 days, maybe 6 days. Now on the Sunday, it's usually a day off, and usually you don't think that much about the business, or you might just go out for breakfast, or you might do the lawns, or you might go and have a swim in the pool, or you might go out with friends, or whatever it is. And usually your approach to the Sunday is different than your approach to the stuff that you do during the week. So first of all, we need to look at the approach and look at what is the priority. And let me explain. So let's say you want to be able to spend at least 2 hours a day with your family, right? You want to take the kids down to the beach, they've got sport, whatever it is. You want to hang out with your wife, husband, partner, girlfriend, whatever that may be. Well, obviously we need to prioritize that time. Now, don't tell me that whole thing, I've got no time. Well, guess what? You and me, we've actually got the same amount of time, and that's 24/7. It's how we use it are two different areas. So once again, prioritizing that time. So let's say you want to spend 2 hours a day. Well, obviously we got to compress your day down into X amount of workable hours. Why? Because you still need to run your business. So let's start with the options. A, you can maybe start work earlier, so then you're able to finish earlier. B, you can start work later because maybe the stuff that you need to do is in the morning, take the kids to school, right? Go to the gym, do any of that stuff. Now, I like to think about it like this. If you can't get the job done that you're doing right now for your business and you're operating your business within a particular time frame, either A, you haven't really got the systems and procedures right, or B, maybe you're lacking too many personnel to be able to get the job done. Usually they're the two sort of things. Or C, you're actually not that good with managing your time. So it makes sense that we start to compartmentalize time and work on that. Now, let me get back to it. So let's say you want to get the 2 hours to spend the time. It tells me in an 8 or 10 hour workday, which is pretty standard today, you've got about 6 hours to do your work, 6 to 7 hours, depending on how long your day is. Now, it makes sense that step 2, now you prioritize what needs to get done in the business. Now, here's the approach that I like to take. What are the 3 key things that I need to do today? Remember, I'm a business owner just like you, and we've got 3,000 different things that we could possibly be doing. The truth is we only probably need to do 3 or 4 things really well. Now, once you've prioritized those 3 or 4 things, how many of those can you delegate? How many of those could you change? How many of those could you, back off from by using things like technology, by using things like software, by using third-party personnel doing it? And let me give you an example. If you're somebody that, let's say, is editing your website or writing email content or, posting on Instagram, well, guess what? I could get somebody else that specializes in that to do that for me. And believe you me, there's people not just in Australia but around the world that can get that done for you. Really cheap, really effective. So the time that you've spent working on that, you can actually save. So once you get clear about the 3 priorities, you've gone, well, what's the key priority? I need to spend 2 hours with the kids and then, or the family, and then I need to work within that 6 hours. Do you see now I've just broken it down into a compartmentalized way? Now, the final step to this is it's time to calendarize, that whole, role onto a calendar itself, so you're able to visualize it, and anybody else around you that needs to support you in that level of time management, so you can get good family life integration together, right? The family balance and business balance together. Now you've got the blueprint where it's written down, so now you can start to work towards getting that actually applied into your life. Now, let me finish with this. Practice makes perfect. 1.0 version versus 5 or 6.0 version are going to be 2 totally different things. So the thing here, if you're really set on getting good management of your time, so you can spend time with the people that you love, you can spend time on your business, what I strongly suggest that you do is you start this and start to practice it. It's only going to get better, I guarantee you that. And finally, the most important thing that you can do is just respect your time. Give your time the respect that it needs so you can spend time with the people you love, because at the end of the day, it's not about the business. The business is there to actually support your time with the people that you love. Sound good? If you love this episode, stay tuned. There's plenty more to come. I'm Nick Sala, and remember, the only way is